The United States Coast Guard makes a dramatic rescue on board the Disney Fantasy ship while at sea. Let's chat about it. Hey, what's going on, Adventure fam? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a blessed week so far. And before we jump in to see this dramatic rescue of a pregnant woman on board the Disney Fantasy ship by the United States Coast Guard, I want to invite you to subscribe. If you're not part of the Adventure fam, if you're not part of the crew, I want you to go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when we post, and drop a like for this video. Now, without further ado, let's jump into the details of this story. Now, yesterday, April 15th, which is tax day, hopefully you guys all got your taxes in. The Disney Fantasy was sailing about 180 miles northwest of Aguadilla, Puerto Rico, when there was a medical emergency on board that had to do with a pregnant woman experiencing major complications that were too much for the onboard doctors to assist with, so they had to call in the United States Coast Guard. Now, because this was so far off the coast, this is considered a long-range operation for the United States Coast Guard. However, they are outfitted with all of the best helicopters and rescue vehicles and rescue things that you can need in order to rescue somebody at sea. So if anybody can make the long-distance operation work, it is going to be the United States Coast Guard, and that's exactly what they did. Now, the woman's name has not been disclosed, but she is a 35-year-old female who was experiencing complications from her pregnancy, and those complications required her to have a higher level of medical care, which is exactly why the Coast Guard was called. Now, the Coast Guard air station that was used for this evacuation was the Coast Guard Air Station Borinquen, which is in Puerto Rico. Now, to carry out the evacuation, they used an MH-60T Jayhawk helicopter, as well as an HC-144 Ocean Century aircraft, both which were dispatched to rendezvous with the cruise ship. Now, once the aircraft arrived at the cruise ship, the Jayhawk deployed their rescue swimmer. If you don't know what a rescue swimmer is, the Coast Guard has these elite swimmers that go into the ocean. They go into different situations, and they're essentially some of the best swimmers you could possibly have. They are called rescue swimmers, and so they deployed their rescue swimmer onto the cruise ship itself, where they got the patient as well as the cruise ship doctor and hoisted them up into the Jayhawk helicopter. Once on board the Jayhawk helicopter, they flew to an airport in Puerto Rico, to where an ambulance took them to a local hospital for further evaluation. Now, the Disney Fantasy is currently on a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise, and look, it's unfortunate when these things happen. However, to have the Coast Guard swoop in once again and make a rescue, and to make sure that cruise ship passenger gets to safety is amazing, and we should all applaud that, because what they do can be dangerous. What they do is amazing, right? A lot of times the Coast Guard is a forgotten branch of the military, unfortunately. I've got a best friend who served in the Coast Guard, and he retired recently from the Coast Guard, and they do a lot of things that other branches don't do, and we should applaud them, because they are one of the major branches of the military, and they do what they are trained to do. And the fact that they were able to go and bring this patient to safety and to get her further evaluated into medical care, which she desperately needed, it seemed, is an amazing thing. Now, while her vacation may have been ruined, her life may have been saved, so I think that's a pretty fair trade-off. So again, another amazing story when the Coast Guard is involved. And look, we all hope that all of our sailings go quite well when we go on a cruise, but sometimes things happen, and it's important to know the emergency procedures and who's involved. And it looks like the Coast Guard came through again this time, which is amazing. I'm sure more details of the story are going to come out in the coming days, and if they do, we will bring them to you. But I saw this come across the wire, and I wanted to bring it to you, and just I wanted to give you that quick tidbit story, and just praise the Coast Guard and praise their service, because they did an amazing job, and they should they should be proud of themselves. So do me a favor and drop a thumbs up if you think the Coast Guard did an amazing job. And look, we will see you again in a video for tomorrow, but that's going to do it for today. Quick one today. Go enjoy the rest of your day, and we love you. Thanks for the support, and if you're not subscribed, become part of the Adventure fam. We love you. Peace.